Gotcha. Hello, fellow comic book ones. This is Man. Welcome to my channel. Trying to get comfy here. I'm finally doing the second episode of Deep Dive of Superman origin stories from Golden Age to Modern Age. My first episode was on Action Comic number 1, published in June 1938. If you missed it, you're welcome to look for it. I'll provide the link up here somewhere. Welcome to go look at it. In this video, I'm going to tackle Superman number 1. Of course, this is just reprint, but the original Superman number 1 that was published in June 1939, exactly 1 year after Action Comic number 1. So they decided to change the origin story between 12 or 13 books. Anyway, if you're interested, please stick around.
Oh, what fun we're going to have together.
What's up, Doc?
Before I discuss this book, I want to recap on the last book, Action Comic number 1, and go over some things that I missed on last episode. First recap. I want to read this out. Superman power set. He can leap 1/8 of a mile, hurdle a 20-story building, raise tremendous weight, run faster than an express train, and that nothing less than a bursting shell could penetrate his skin. Now, things that I miss. First, I wanted to mention that Lois appeared in Action Comic number 1. So, Lois's first appearance is also in Action Comic number 1, but they did not mention her last name. Another thing I found out in this Action Comic number 1 was Superman is a super juggler and super funambulist. I'll let the Google explain this one.
Funambulist, a tightrope walker.
Reason why I think Superman is super juggler is because these two frames. He chased after these bad guys who kidnapped Lois. He pick up their car in one hand, and then he flips it a little bit. Then he shakes them out. Not only that, he shakes them out so that Lois falls right into his left arm. Super juggler. What about being super funambulist? Here in this two frame. Stop! We'll be electrocuted. No, we won't. First sit on telephone wires, and they aren't electrocuted. Superman, that's pretty wrong message for kids when kids are reading this, because they're going to try to climb the telephone pole and try to become funambulist. Funambulist. But Superman doesn't redeem himself in next frame, not unless they touch telephone pole and are grounded. Then you're fried. And here he's playing troll. Oops! Almost touched that pole. He jumps over with the guy in his hand. So Superman can not only run on these cables, he can jump across the pole and land on the right spot with the guy in his hand. He's super funambulist. And he should be weighing a lot more than us, right? A lot solid than us, a lot denser than us. So, but anyway, in Action Comic number 1, he cannot make it to the 20th building. He does miss. I wonder if we could jump all the way to that building. No, don't. Missed. Doggone it. Yeah, this Action Comic number one was published in June 1939, as I told you before, and this one 1938, and this is a year later, June 1939. In January 1939, 5 months before this book, newspaper clips had a Superman origin stories. Now I'm trying to keep those guys out of this discussion. Um, Radio, TV program. I'm trying because there's already enough changes in comic book by themselves. Silver Knight, Kyle, told me about those news clips. I looked into them. I thought it was fun, so I made a videos with Damien from Sleepy Reader, Roger from Merog, Alex from More Life and Travel. I'll provide their links below. We had me and Roger and Sleepy had a discussion also. I'll provide that link below about that comic strips, and I made a whole bunch of shorts out of that comic strip with all of us in it, and been publishing it. Here are some samples.
Krypton, a distant planet so far advanced in evolution that it bears a civilization of supermen, beings which represent the human race at its ultimate peak of perfect development.
Jor-El, you've come.
As quickly as I could. Laura, my beloved, where is he, our newborn son?
Finally, we could discuss this book. Get into it. It's Whitman publication, famous first edition limited collectors Golden Mint series. It's a treasure size book, much bigger than normal books. I really love these kind of books because it's easier for me. I could just read it with the glasses. I don't need this. For these, I need this. So yeah, I love it. You open it up, the replica of the original Superman #1 cover with the 10 cents mark on there. It even has a original ads, copy of original ads, so that's nice. First thing I noticed is that this rocket is being launched from a planet that's getting fragmented or blowing up. In Action Comic #1, all it shows is that the rocket is blasting off the launch pad, and all it says is, as a distant planet was destroyed by old age. That's it. They don't discuss anything else. A scientist places infant son within a hastily devised spaceship, launching it toward Earth. They kept that part here too. Just before the doomed planet Krypton, they didn't name the planet, exploded to fragments, a scientist placed his infant son within an experimental rocket ship, launching it toward Earth. Unlike the newspaper strips, they did away with the Joel and Laura in this book. They just left it as a scientist. But they did add the Kents. When the vessel reached our planet, the child was founded by an elderly couple, the Kents. Look, Mary, it's the child. Mary, not Martha, Mary. The poor thing, it's been abandoned. And the rocket ship is not burning, so they don't tell you what happened to the rocket ship. In the newspaper strip, the rocket was burning. In Action Comic #1, it's not doing that. So then the infant was turned over to an orphan asylum where it astounded the attendants with its feats of strength. Then you got this couple, Superman's foster parents. They come to claim him, and the asylum was happy because Super Baby was destroying the place. Now, there's one more interaction here between the foster parent and Clark. The love and the guidance of his kindly foster parents was to become an important factor in the shaping of the boy's future. Now listen to me, Clark. This great strength of yours. You have got to hide it from people or they'll be scared of you. But when the proper time comes, you must use it to assist humanity. That's where he developed his moral code. It shows the boy, Superboy, leaping around. As the lad grew older, he learned to his delight that he could hurdle skyscrapers, not 20-story buildings, skyscrapers. So 1939 June, skyscrapers. Did they have the Empire State Building? Chrysler Building?
Construction of the Empire State Building started on March 17, 1930, and the building opened 13 and a half months afterward on May 1, 1931.
Not limited to 20-story buildings. But they left this part in, leaping an eighth of a mile. So the distance they could travel within a jump is only an eighth of a mile. But they raised up his height. Raised tremendous weight, that's same. Run faster than a streamlined train, that's same. And nothing less than a bursting shell could penetrate his skin, that's same. They use this hyponeedle thing, but that doesn't change his strength or skin strength. They did add this passing away of his foster parents, greatly grieved Clark Kent, but it strengthened a determination that had been growing in his mind. So rest of these panels are same. They got 2-page original story, one more page. This last portion here about a scientific explanation of Clark Kent's amazing strength. Well, they dedicated to full page of that. Scientific explanation of Superman's amazing strength. Immediately you notice these superhuman beings just jumping around. That part reminds me of a newspaper strip. Yeah, because Joanne and Laura was able to jump around like that. Now, this part right here, in this part, is where I have a problem with Superman being super high tension wire walker. Funambulist. Anyway, here it says the smaller size of our planet with its slighter gravity pull assists Superman's tremendous muscle in the performance of miraculous feats of strength. So Krypton is a lot more. It's a lot bigger than Earth. Maybe 3, maybe 4 times bigger than Earth. It seems like if these beings can leap around like that in this bigger planet, they come to Earth, they should be able to leap even more because less of gravity pull them. But if they survive in this and do this, they should be pretty condensed people. They should weigh a lot. They should be pretty solid people, but you could still run across, jump it, all that stuff. Superman came to Earth from the planet Krypton, whose inhabitants had evolved after millions of years to physical perfection. When Roger and Sleepy Rita, we had a discussion, I was telling them, hey, this reminds me of X-Men too, because X-Men they got their superpowers from evolution because they had their DNA mutating their DNA mutation, so DNA mutation, and that's how we evolved because of a DNA mutation, right? So on the Cyclops from X-Men, right? He got heat vision. So the Superman. I wonder who came with the heat vision first, Cyclops or Superman? I didn't look that up. Even upon our world today exist creatures possessing super strength. The lowly ant can support weights hundreds of times its own. So that's the Spider-Man. I told you guys that on last episode. Grasshopper leaps what to men will be the space of a suburban city block. That's Hulk. It is not too far-fetched to predict that someday our very own planet may be people entirely by Superman. So yeah, that's it. That's all the comparison I'm going to do for now. Then next week, well, not next week, next episode, I'm going to tackle this unless I can find something earlier than this one, origin story wise. This is a More Fun Comics number 101 reprint of that. I could not afford the original print. Original print was published in January, February 1945. I guess it's a bi-monthly publication. This one is this reprint was published in November 2000. Anyway, this one has a Superboy origin story. To me, is origin story of Superman, and it has a lot more things in there. Probably borrowed a lot from the newspaper clip as well, and borrow from. So they probably merged quite a bit of from here to there, but we'll see. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this. Till next time, let me out.
Cyclops first appeared in the X-Men #1, September 1963. Superman intensified his X-ray vision to melt a glacier in Superman issue number 59, July 1949. Maybe that is why we have global warming?